Great work, Rob. Great work. See if you can read this. You're fired. And in case your ears are get the out!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and an update out of Facebook. I'm not sure if this was expected. Maybe insiders kind of knew about it, but Facebook is not just firing massive amounts of people, but abandoning project after project after project right now after they scramble to try and figure out how to make money again. I suppose that election money stopped rolling in, and now they're not quite sure what to do, not to mention the fact that they will almost certainly be embroiled in censorship lawsuits and other things of that nature as the United States government continues to dig into just how many of our three-letter agencies were working directly with Facebook and places like Twitter to censor Americans' First Amendment rights. But as of this morning, Meta just fired another 10,000 people, closed 5,000 open job positions. That's in addition to 11,000 jobs that they cut just a few months ago. So it's 21,000 people fired and 5,000 job openings closed. And that's just the start of today's report. You know who's not firing people, though? Who's actually hiring right now, if you're in the Arizona area? Coffee.com. It's my coffee company. We're growing rapidly thanks to all of your support. We have multiple roasted fresh on demand available in both whole bean and ground, from light roast to dark roast, bourbon flavor, hazelnut churro, blueberry cobbler, sticky pecan roll, French toast. We have a decaf, double caffeinated, cold brew, roaster's choice K-cups. We also have a dozen organic loose leaf teas that all rate extraordinarily well. I would absolutely love to earn your business today. Promo code The Quartering not only supports the channel, but will hook you up with some of the best coffee, tea, or cocoa you've ever tried. I guarantee it. Meta confirmed plans Tuesday to lay off approximately 10,000 more employees, expanding the bloodbath that led with about 11,000 job cuts last November. The Facebook and Instagram parent company will also close 5,000 open roles on top as part of his top boss Mark Zuckerberg's latest major cost-cutting push. Now, how much of this is probably because they overcommitted in the metaverse, which was a spectacular failure, but that's neither here nor there. Quote, here's the timeline you should expect. Over the next couple of months, organization leaders will announce restructuring plans focusing on flattening our organizations, canceling lower priority projects, and reducing hiring rates, Zuckerberg confirmed in the memo. Title Update Meta's Year of Efficiency. Now, of course, Meta shares rose 6% in early trading on the announcement. Investors have had a positive reaction to the company's belt-tightening efforts, which shares surging 53% since the start of the year. Yeah, it's been a good stock to hold this year, but certainly not, hasn't been amazing long-term. At this point, I think we should prepare ourselves for the possibility that this new economic reality will continue for many years. Essentially saying like, hey, this is the way it's gonna be. We're not getting all this, the party's over, essentially, in Silicon Valley. We saw this with Twitter. Even before Elon Musk bought Twitter, there was some, massive belt tightening there too. In an SEC filing, Meta said it expects to lower full year expenses in 2023 between $86 billion and $92 billion following the cuts from previous range of $86 to $95 billion. The company said its estimate is inclusive of restructuring costs, approximately $3 to $5 billion related to facilities, consolidation charges, and everything else. Zuckerberg has admitted the tech giant hired way too aggressively during the lockdown era boom in tech valuations. The company had its worst year on record in 2022 as it navigated a troubled shift toward costly metaverse technology despite sagging revenue and worsening economic conditions. Meta is giving the middle managers an ultimatum. It's either shift to non-managerial individual contributor role at the company or exit altogether, Bloomberg reported last month. Meta is one of several tech giants, including Amazon and Google, parent company Alphabet, that have slashed jobs in response to the downturn in the tech sector. And by the way, it's only just begun. That's the thing. Like, there's going to be a lot of people that probably had a cush job that were making $250,000 a year that are going to be looking for work. And I mean, heck, the startup bank SVB yesterday, I mean, you know, the startup industry is going to be negatively affected greatly by that as well. Meta and its rivals have faced criticism over their hiring practices given the recent wave of layoffs. Billionaire tech CEO Thomas Seibel among vocal critics, stating that the job cuts were a clear indicator that the craziness was leaving the tech sector. Quote, they're really doing nothing working from home, argued Seibel. So Seibel also told Insider that companies such as Meta and Google had overhired even though they didn't have jobs for these people. They really were doing nothing working from home. Yeah. I mean, that, and maybe Zuckerberg should probably get off the metaverse, but that's just the beginning. Meta also gives up on NFTs for both Facebook and Instagram. Meta is, quote, winding down its work with NFTs on Facebook and Instagram. Remember when NFTs were like a big thing and people talked about that? That seems like forever ago, doesn't it? It's winding down its work with NFTs on Facebook and Instagram. Meta's commerce and fintech lead Stephanie Casriel said that in a Twitter thread on Monday, the decision means Meta will end its tests of minting and selling NFTs on Instagram, as well as the ability to share NFTs on Instagram and Facebook. In the coming weeks, Meta spokesperson Joshua Gunter confirmed in an email to The Verge. Across the company, we're looking closely at what to prioritize to increase our focus, Casriel said. We're winding down digital collectibles, NFTs, for now to focus on other ways to support creators. Well, you know, how about actually paying people? That's a good way to support creators. NFTs, I'm sure a lot of people made a lot of money early on, and maybe there's still a viable thing to have. And I admit I've never been fully like a guy that knew a lot about them, but here's what I do know. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people bought those apes or whatever, those bored apes, and they're worthless now. There's a lot of digital art that people paid insanely high prices for and are now worthless. Now, are there people out there making money? Almost assuredly, almost certainly. But NFTs don't connect with your average user, especially if you're Facebook. Like if you're Facebook, your average user's a boomer, probably old millennial or boomer. They don't care about NFTs. What they're more worried about is getting their free speech censored by all the former and current three-letter agency people that clearly still work there. That's neither here nor there. Instead, the company will be focusing on areas where we can make impact at scale, like messaging and monetization on Reels and improving Meta Pay. The NFT integration seemed to be one casualty of CEO Mark Zuckerberg's drive to make 2023 a year of efficiency, along with a Reels bonus program, which pays almost nothing, by the way. But their end that follows the shutdown of Meta-backed cryptocurrency Diem and Meta's Novi digital wallet last year. Still, even as Meta exits NFTs, other companies are rushing into the market that collapsed in 2022 and shed billions in value after a stratospheric level of hype in early 2021. Reddit continues to promote the digital collectible avatars. Starbucks recently sold out a selection of $2,100 NFTs. So there's all sorts of, people will spend money on all sorts of things. This on top of news that Facebook also wants to try and create a Twitter alternative. So in a year of efficiency, they want to go and do what literally nobody else has been able to do and compete against Twitter and create an alternative. Another alternative owned by censorious big tech. Sign me up. Meta is developing, a decentralized social media platform, the company told Platformer on Friday, reportedly designed to compete with Twitter after the app has undergone significant changes since Elon Musk's takeover. Meta's Twitter competitor will reportedly be an offshoot of Instagram that can be accessed using the same login credentials, according to Indian business news outlet Money Control, which first reported the news. The app, reportedly codenamed P92, will be compatible with ActivityPub, the decentralized protocol opened used by open source Twitter alternative Mastodon. Remember when everyone's going to Mastodon? How's that going now? You think Taylor Lorenz is still posting? And by the way, I support Mastodon. I support alt tech, new tech, even if it does happen to be completely like populated by leftist lunatics. It's still an option. P92 set is expected to be very similar to Twitter at launch, except for commenting on posts and messages will be reportedly added later. We believe there's an opportunity for a separate space where creators and public figures can share timely updates on their interests. Well, isn't that what Facebook is supposed to do? I thought that's what Facebook was for. I guess not. I don't know. I mean, it's a wild world out there. There's certainly a lot of opportunity for people who are open to it, but Facebook continues to tighten the belt, as well as the rest of big tech, and that's going to happen, by the way, this entire year. It's not going to stop. I hope you enjoyed this video or informed by it, and I'll be interested to see what you say in the comment section down below about the future of Facebook/Meta, and we'll talk to you again real soon.